And we are live. Good evening, everyone. Simply type 1 in the chat if you can see and hear me. As usual, we'll give it about 2 to 3 minutes. Let more people come into the live stream, and then we'll begin the live stream. So type 1 if you can see and hear me nice and clearly. That's good. That's good to see. Also understand if my voice sounds a little raspy. I've been sick for the past week, so please bear with me if my voice doesn't sound well. Everyone's typing 1, 1, 1. Okay, that's good. How's it going? Damani Vaughn from Connecticut. I almost broke my neck getting here. What's up, Zulu Immortal? Thanks for the support. CP time, colored people time. Jay Kelly, Eli, how you doing, brother? Trying to get better, man. Trying to get healthy, man. I lost my voice. I've been sick for a little while. Also, if you hear like kids playing in my background, the kids upstairs, they're having a slumber party, so you may hear kids yelling and jumping around. Bear with me. That's just, kids being kids. He'll never admit to wrongdoing. We need more content. Eli, most definitely Chris M. And that's exactly why I'm going to kind of fall back from covering a lot of this Umar content and just a lot of the males in this sector. Again, we're coming up on, okay, so give it another 2 minutes. Feel better. Peace fan from the shop. For alert me to AppMex. That was a great video. I am scooping up those silver bars. Yeah, I'm going to discuss a little bit of that at the beginning of this video as well. Honey and ginseng works for sore throats, I find. Okay, I'll definitely look into that and give that a try. As you come into the live stream, please hit that like video. The like button. It helps the video and helps the content rank in the search engines. Also, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. So we have about 91 people in the chat now. Okay, so another 60 seconds and we'll get everything started. If you want to support the content, all of the links below, they're available to support the content. If you would like to follow me on my other social media platforms, such as my Instagram and my Twitter, that's also in the description below. Many of you are aware that YouTube isn't sending out the notifications properly. And what I've noticed, I've been doing a test with YouTube. Like, for example, I just broke over 11,000 subscribers. And if I talk about or speak about Umar Johnson, Nature Boy, Hassan Campbell, Boyce Watkins, ADOS, Tariq Nasheed, I easily get 3, 4, 5,000, 10,000 views. But if I talk about cryptocurrency, Donald Trump, economics, politics, my videos only get about anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 views. So what I've decided to do is I've created a mailing list. So if you're interested in content that's different than Umar Johnson and this whole pro-black sector, because going forward, I'm no longer going to be doing any Umar Johnson videos or anything really pertaining to a lot of these quote-unquote people in the black sector. My mailing list is in the description below, and I'm actually going to paste it. Give me 1 second. It's not in the chat. Let me just copy and paste it. Going forward, let me give you the mailing list. It says join my mailing list. Let me copy it for you. So copy the link, and let's paste the link in the chat. That's weird. Control C. Control V. There we go. So there we go. Simply enter in your name, your email address, and your telephone number. And whenever I upload a video, I'll be able to directly text you the video link, also email you. So if I ever lose my channel, or again, YouTube only sends out the notifications to about 35 to 30% of your viewers. Even if you have a your notification bell on, that's just the way the notification system works. And I made a video the other day where I was talking about, investing in silver, talking about investing in gold, and investing in silver, and investing in different precious metals, and investing in cryptocurrency. And this is what I was saying, is that I just feel like there's so many other things that I could be speaking about rather than talking about Umar Johnson. You have people like Make a Change and Lennon Honor and Anti-Afro Svengali, Psych Perspective, Monty Woodgrain, who are doing they're doing a beautiful job covering Umar Johnson. And I don't want to kind of crowd the space. I'm really making this video just to wrap up a few things. Now, this picture that you see flashing on your screen right now, this is a lady by the name of Sharon. And as Make a Change has been alluding to, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that are involved with this whole FDMG scam. And over the coming weeks and coming months, these people are going to start to get exposed. A lot of your donation money was tricked off on this quote unquote non-melanated queen. And what I find funny is, for a man who claims to be so pro-blackity black, for him to be associated with, quote unquote white people. And again, this is not me saying this. I'm not against interracial dating. I'm not against whatever you want to do with your body, whatever your sexual orientation may be. This is Umar Johnson saying this. And, it's really sad to see this type of stuff come out. And Anti-Afro Svengalis alluded to this. This man has literally taken donation money, allegedly, and he's invested it into Sharon's art gallery, allegedly. And I have to use allegedly just to kind of be, loose with it. But this is a shame, and this is a sham. And now that the whole tax situation's happening and he's getting exposed for that, and it's in collections, you're going to start to see a lot of these people pop up that's involved with this school scam. And as you can look at this lady right here, the older lady is Sharon's mother. And a lot of you may be saying to yourself, why am I going this hard? As I said before, I'm really making this video just to tie a few things together. But you have a lot of people who they're coming out and they want to play devil's advocate, and they want to try to give Umar Johnson the benefit of the doubt. Understand that you're not playing devil's advocate anymore. You're playing the role of the devil, and you're being wicked. This man has defrauded people, the black community, out of millions of dollars. And I'm not guessing this. I know this to be a fact. I can prove this, which leads me to my next point. A few weeks ago, I came across a live stream, and the brother Make a Change was on a live stream. And the people on a panel, there was a quote unquote attorney, and she was real sassy and just flipping and fly out the mouth. And she was telling me that I need to stay in my lane, that I don't know what I'm talking about. See, when I make these videos, I don't guess. That lady Sharon, and I'm going to provide you with the receipts as to what I'm talking about. The lady Sharon's mother and a lot of other people, drug dealers, allegedly, they got your donation money. They got your donation money. See, Umar Johnson would never sue me. He would never sue Lennon Honor. He would never sue Anti-Afro Svengali. You know why he wouldn't? Because we would have to go through what is known as a discovery. And in that discovery, Umar Johnson would have to prove and then provide the actual documentation that what we're saying is a lie, which Umar Johnson would never do. See, if that was me and there was 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 people on the internet that was defaming me, that was slandering me, I would immediately, yesterday, I would have had the cease and desist letters already printed, and they would be shipped out today. And I would be suing everyone. Umar Johnson would not sue anyone. So when this attorney is talking and being real fly out the mouth, it just goes to show me and everyone else that you're not really that good of an attorney. And also understand, black people, just because a person has credentials doesn't mean that they know what the hell they're talking about. All attorneys are not created equal. You have some people who are legal aid attorneys. I wouldn't want a legal aid. You have some people who they're sports attorneys. They're slip and fall attorneys. Some people, they only deal with car accidents. There's different types of attorneys. So unless you're an attorney that deals with fraud, you don't know what you're talking about. See, I'm not guessing when I speak. Umar Johnson is committing mail fraud. Umar Johnson is committing wire fraud. Umar Johnson is evading taxes. I'm not guessing when I say this. See, when you look at CashApp plus GoFundMe, that's more than $750,000. When you look at PayPal plus GoFundMe, that's more than $750,000, baby. When you look at the P.O. box, where he's getting checks and money orders to, and he's using a postal service to run this scheme, plus GoFundMe, that's fraud, baby. When you're collecting donations as if it's for you, and you're funneling that money into other business ventures for your friends or your girlfriends, that's fraud. You don't just get to take people's donation and just go, oh, I'm going to spend it on whatever I want to. It doesn't work that way. See, the school, he brought the school, and notice that the name on the school, and don't worry, we're going to get to this, but I have to set this up. Notice the name on the school, it's not DeMarcus Garvey, it's Garvey Marcus. It's not Frederick Douglass, it's Douglas Frederick. See, Umar Johnson owes child support, and Umar Johnson owes back taxes. See, you have to be a three-dimensional thinker, and this is why you got to study brothers like Chronicles of Judah. There's no way Umar Johnson can put a school in his name. There's just no way. Why? Because the minute that he goes out and do that, child support and the IRS and all the people that he owes, they'll just come seize the assets. So there has to be other people behind the scenes that's helping him facilitate that. Now, if you look at the screen, these are the people that are helping him allegedly, and I have to use the term allegedly, that are helping him run this. See, a lot of you want to play around and understand, I'm not here to judge a brother or sister. Look at Malcolm X. Before Malcolm X was Malcolm, he was Red. Malcolm used drugs. He pimped. He was in and out of jail. He was doing interracial dating. But once you decide to become a leader, when you decide to become a leader and you say you want to lead young men, there is no margin for error. This is the man that's getting evicted out of his goddamn house. This man's getting evicted. He's living in his car. And you telling me you want to play devil's advocate and you need a receipt? See, I would never get on a platform with a clown. I will promise you this. As long as I'm on YouTube, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And if you argue with fools from a distance, you can't tell who's who. So this is why I didn't waste my time going on a panel with the clowns, because I know what the hell I'm talking about. I have facts. I have documentation to back up what I'm saying, that this man is committing fraud. I'm not guessing anymore. Understand, if you look at the child support docket, he disclosed on the child support docket that he doesn't have any income and any assets. So how is he flying to Japan? How is he flying to Africa? How is he flying to Detroit? Those are not cheap trips. See, at a certain point, you have to start thinking a little bit deeper. And understand, he's taking advantage of the most vulnerable of vulnerable. We as black people, we already know the data. We know about the bottom 50%. We know by 2053, our collective net worth and wealth will be zero, our collective wealth. This is not something that we should be playing with. So when you say you're playing devil's advocate and you're giving him the benefit of the doubt, no, you're not giving him the benefit of the doubt. You're hurting your people. And you're hurting the people who cannot afford to be hurt. So he can take his money and give it to his non-melanated queen, but yet he claims to be so pro-black. Now, let's get to, don't worry, we're going to come back to Sharon and the mother in a second. I want to flip this over real quick and get to my next point. So, this is CD Fury, right? This is CD Fury. I already broke this down with the whole child support thing. I just want to show you one more time, okay? When you look at this video, it says generic order, interim order in effect, generic order, order to vacate bench warrant against defendant issue. When you hear clowns on here talking about you don't understand the child support system, I understand the child support system very well. You only get taken into child support court for two reasons. They only bring you into child support court for two reasons. Either the custodial guardian is bringing you in to get a judgment against you, to get you paying, or the custodial guardian is getting public assistance, DSS, here in New York, and they bring you in. Those are the only two reasons why you are going to child support. So don't tell me that I don't understand the child support system. No, I understand very well. This is a man that does not want to pay child support. This is a man that's doing everything against his will to go and pay child support. Now, understand, if you owe child support and owe back taxes, there's no way in hell that he owns that school outright. Allegedly, there has to be someone behind him. This is where Sharon and these other people come into play. But again, I want to play now Umar Johnson's words because, see, this man, this is his excuse for not taking care of his kids. Understand, if you owe child support and owe back taxes, there's no way in hell.
She didn't even give me a day a week off. My baby girl's 6.5. She never been anywhere with me in 6 years, bro.
Child support payments.
And the fact she would take me to child support when all I asked for was a day a week. I said I would give you the money. I just need a day a week. She didn't even give me a day a week off. My baby girl's 6.5. She never been anywhere with me in 6 years, bro. Out to the movies, the zoo. If I want to see her, I got to go to the grandma house. For what? For what? Because I didn't marry you? For what? You don't do that. But that's what they do. But they right up there on Germantown Avenue, all the way Live Cafe. They get the address, because I would damn well tell you. Because I want everybody to go to All the Way Live Cafe. My sister Aisha and Mama Beverly selling them vegan platters, talking that soul vegan shit.
Now, understand this. This is a man who says he wants to take your children for 8 months out the year, yet he doesn't take care of his own children. So for those of you coming to tell me you need to see the receipts, you don't know that Umar Johnson has kids. The man right here is talking about his children right now out of his mouth. But yet he won't take care of his children, but he's tricking money off on Sharon, allegedly. He won't take care of his children. They have to bring him into court to take care of his goddamn kids. But you telling me that this is a leader? That this is supposed to be the prince of Pan-Africanism? Yet the man won't take care of his goddamn kids, but he'll trick off money on his non-melanated queen, allegedly. This man's getting evicted from his home. Think about that. This is a grown man in his 40s. You don't get evicted. You break your lease, or you wait till your lease is up. Then he's doxing the mother of his children and saying where the mother of the children stay at so his followers can go and harass him. And you telling me that I'm hating and jealous over that? Come on, man. You playing yourself if you say you playing devil's advocate. You playing the devil to take this man's side, and you're wicked. And you're wicked, and you're doing it for views and subscribers, and you're going to always be a clown. That's why I won't even say your name, because your whole platform's a clown and you're a joke. You and the attorneys both jokes and clowns.
They say, why can't this man see his baby without y'all sitting in his face? You know how belittling that is? You a grown man. And you got to go sit on your daughter's grandmother's couch.
Right, and go talk to your daughter.
With everybody in the family looking at you.
Right.
And it hurt me even with the grandma, because when I ran into Ma Bev a couple years ago at the Fresh Produce, I didn't speak to her.
Right.
Umar, you not going to speak to me? I said, Ma Bev, I ain't got nothing to say to you. Why not? Ma Bev, your daughter don't let me see my little girl. You know this.
Right,
Why are you acting like you don't know why I'm not talking? Oh, I didn't know. How the hell you don't know I can't see my baby when the only time I can see is on your damn couch? So she set it up, started going again. We need some money. No problem. I need 1 day a week. You see what I'm saying? You need no problem. I need 1 day a week. Right. You know what she said before? She doesn't know you. My daughter know exactly who I am. She see me right now, she run into her daddy. She doesn't know you. That's when she was 2.
Right.
When she was 4, what was it when she was 4? The new excuse was, she ain't used to being away from me, son.
Now understand how full of, I don't even want to curse. Understand how full of it this man is. If the mother of your child will not let you see the kid, and you really want to be in the kid's life, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as a father, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as a father, you can go and get visitation rights. You can go and get partial custody of your child, where you can have the kid for 6 months out the year and the other parent has the one for 6 months out the year. Or you can get the child on weekends, or you can get the child on holidays. There's absolutely no excuse. Now understand, I'm not a judgmental person. I understand life happens. Sometimes you and the mother may not get along. Sometimes the kid might not like you. You may have been incarcerated. You may have missed out on a kid. We understand. We're black men. We get it. Things happen in life. The least you can do is support that child financially. The least you can do is support the kid financially. They have to drag this man into court to pay his child support. This is disgusting on the lowest level, and you're going to send your child with this is scum. This is a scumbag. The least he could do is pay the child support. But you're going to play devil's advocate? You're going to send your kid with this for 8 months out the year? You're going to sit up here and say, well, I don't see anything that he's doing criminal? Come on, man. This is a joke. This is a joke.
Right. And now she's 6. They done ran out of excuses. You know what I mean? We just don't want to let her be around with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm dealing with. And she's conscious. This is a conscious sister. Allegedly.
I'll ask that question. Don't worry, I'll ask it.
And then when the child support man calls me up, he says my daughter's name, right? First name, middle name, last name. I knew she wasn't going to give him my last name. Wow. I anticipated that. Wow. She ain't got my last name. She got a mother last name. Which was disrespect, yeah. But check this out. He mentions the middle name. And I don't want to see my baby name on the film.
Right.
But I give you the middle name. Guess what the middle name is? Elizabeth. I said, run that back. Because when my baby was born, we had an agreement. She get the first name. I get the middle name. I chose Adezaniah. It's a Zulu name for princess. She told me she didn't like it, but she never told me that she wasn't going to use it. First time I found out my daughter's middle name is Elizabeth is last week on the phone with the child support man. Oh my God. She changed the name and didn't even tell me.
So now for you clowns out here telling me that you need to see receipts, for you clowns out here who's telling me that you need to see receipts about Umar Johnson owing child support, the man just said out of his mouth that the child support man had to contact him. I tell you, when I come up here and speak, I don't slander anyone. I speak about things I know. I know for a fact. Allegedly, I have to say that for legal purposes, Umar Johnson is committing mail fraud, wire fraud, and he's evading taxes. When you sit up here and you tell me that you don't know that he's really in child support, you don't understand the child support system. No, I understand very well. You only get dragged into child support for 2 reasons. Either the parent or the custodial guardians on DSS, or they have to bring you in to set up a payment order because they have to get your payment information, your W-2s, how much money you earn, your wages. Now understand, this man is claiming that he doesn't have any wages. And he's doing that intentionally to not pay child support. Put your 3-dimensional thinking caps on. Put your 3-dimensional thinking caps on right now. Don't be gullible. Don't be a follower. If a man won't take care of what's his, he won't take care of what's yours. Let me say that again for you. If a man will not take care of what's his, he will not take care of what's yours. If a man won't take care of something that he's actually created, 3 babies. This man got 3 babies. That should tell you something. And then I put your thinking caps on even further and deeper. So that means he can't have a bank account in his name because the IRS will take it. He can't have the school completely in his name because they will take it. This is where people like Sharon and the mother and other people who are affiliated, who is helping him perpetuate the scheme, come into play. Allegedly. Allegedly. I have to say that to protect myself. This is an abomination. And if you support this, you are a clown. Now, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just gonna drop this video in the chat for you. As a matter of fact, CD Fury made this video. So let's just copy this and let's paste this and put this in the chat. You can go and watch this on your own. Now, Make a Change made a video, and Lennon Honor did a review on it. I want to play a quick 2-minute segment of this video because listen to what Lennon Honor is going to say in this video. It's going to tie everything together. This is why you gotta be a thinker. You can't be gullible.
Okay, they're going to start harassing his mother and father next. Well, I want you guys to be clear that this tax situation is just not him. I'm telling y'all, this is such a huge mess. This is all such a huge, huge mess. The tax situation is not just him. There's other people who are involved with this. People, well, I'm going to leave it at that. Here we go. Let's go.
Did you hear what Lennon Honor just said? There are other people involved in this, allegedly. There are other people. See, you have to understand, I have documents I've been sitting on for 6, 7, 8 months that I just didn't feel appropriate about speaking about. I've been sitting on information documents. So when I hear this attorney out of Dallas, Texas, tell me to stay in my lane, no, you stay in your lane. You stay in your lane. You stay in your lane. This is Sharon right here. This is Umar Johnson. These are people who allegedly has received your donation money into other projects, allegedly, who is helping him perpetrate this fraud, allegedly. I get emails every day of videos. But see, the reason why I'm taking a step back is because the brother Make a Change is doing a phenomenal job. The brother Make a Change is doing a beautiful job releasing this information and documenting this information. I've had this information about Sharon for months. I got even more information that go deeper than Sharon. This man is vile, and he is defrauding black people out of their money. And to be an attorney, and to say, I sat down with my attorney within 5 minutes. My attorney said that is mail fraud. I went to go start doing my taxes. He said that's mail fraud. When you are collecting donations through the Postal Service, you're collecting donations for a school and for renovations, and you haven't even started the slightest thing to get the renovations done, and you're funneling the donation money through someone else's bank account so that they can go out and purchase an art gallery. And I'm going to show you the art gallery in a second. That is fraud. Don't tell me no devil's advocate. Don't tell me that you're just trying to feel things out. No, that's fraud. That's mail fraud. Look at this non-melanated queen. Look at this non-melanated queen. And there's nothing wrong with white people. I'm not here to attack any white person. I do not live my life of attacking people because of the color of their skin. I'm showing you that this is a man who claims to be pro-blackity black, who claims to all the time be sabotaged by white people. So why is he affiliating himself with white people? If he's always being attacked and harassed and sabotaged by the IRS and by the white attorney, why the hell is he associated with biracial and white people? This right here is Sharon's mother. This is Sharon's mother. Right? Now I want to show you something. Because if you go here, listen to what he said on the Breakfast Club interview. Listen to this.
Still my brother, even though there's political disagreements. Correct. But I would say, listen, your wife is white. So we're going to stop the black talk right there. Here's what I want to know. How many people understand? He's still my brother, even though there's political disagreements. Correct. But I would say, listen, your wife is white. So we're going to stop the black talk right there. Here's what I want to know. How many people are still my brother, even though there's political disagreements?
Correct.
But I would say, listen, your wife is white. So we're going to stop the black talk right there.
Wow. Isn't that interesting? Well, she's biracial. I would say she's white, but, you know, people want to play the one drop rule. And then this is the mother. So why would you allegedly go buy them an art gallery? You Mr. Pro Blackity Black. You Mr. Blackity Black, right? You Mr. Black. You Mr. Blackity Black. See, this guy's a fraud across the board. You can't run a school and want to take care of kids and don't take care of yours. You can't be an alpha male and can't pay your damn bills. You can't be the greatest, most requested scholar and you're living in your damn car. It doesn't make any sense. Now I know some of you are going to say, oh, well, she's mixed. Okay, well, let's go to the 540 minute. Listen to what he said.
Asked the question that needed to be asked.
Which was?
Byron Allen spoke eloquently about the black economic situation and our need to keep our wealth in our community and our need to concentrate that wealth for our own benefit. So if you know that much about black economic power, how could you make the mistake of not investing your wealth into a black woman? 1 + 1 = 2. You can't come up here talking about black economic power and our need to protect the 1866 civil rights law when you yourself didn't think enough of us to contribute your money and your capital and your wealth and your estate by marrying a black woman.
You should have just added in your penis.
Yo, wow. Look how passionate look how eloquently and passionately he speaks about black women. He loves the sisters so much. He loves his queens. Wow, look at his queen. Allegedly. Look at his queen. Right? He's talking about the family, right? He's talking about, well, look at the mother-in-law. Allegedly. I mean, they're not legally married, so I can't say that. But look what he decided to invest in. Look what he decided to invest in. This is a joke, man. This is a clown. And as I said before, anyone supporting this, you're a clown. Let's get back to it, man. This is clowns. This is a joke, man.
My goodness. Let's go.
Collections and enforcement. So since Umar didn't pay the taxes by the
way, thank you, Nurse Angie 73 Love says I just called the number and it's the real deal. I don't want to hear anyone talking about, listen, no, show me proof, show me evidence. I want to see receipts. I don't want to hear none of that, people. Basically, you got the government police, the tax police looking for Umar's ass, and they're sending stuff. So I don't want to hear it. Well, hey, there you go.
Listen to what this person posted. Pay attention. The buildings aren't in Umar's name as to avoid a personal tax lien. This is why it's named Garvey Marcus Douglas Frederick. It's the reason why he purposely, intentionally named the school wrong. This is exactly why. Lenin is onto it. Maker Change is onto it. Which is why I said I can just step back. Because these brothers got it covered. Anti-Afro Singali got it covered.
Well, see, okay, all right, people. All right, let's keep going.
due date and the Newcastle County Treasury Department's effort to contact him via the information they had on file was unsuccessful, the accounts were turned over to the Collection Enforcement Department. And this is what happens when you have an account that is in collections. The Collection Department will use other methods to try to find the person that owes the debt. In this case, it's Umar Johnson. That may include contacting your family members or people they find during their research that might be associated with the person that owes the debt.
Ooh, you know what? I think Make a Change already knows. See him saying that right there? I think he already knows what's going on. I could be wrong. But I'm gonna play that part again. But I think he does. I think he already knows. Here we go. I'm gonna play that part again. Take a listen. Matter of fact, I want to go back to right after that yellow screen. Here you go.
Again, listen to what Lennon Honor is saying. Someone just asked the question. I didn't say Umar Johnson that's his mother-in-law. I was making a joke based upon what he was talking about Byron Allen investing his wealth into a white woman. The lady Sharon looks to be biracial, if that's what you want to say, and the mother is white, is what I was saying. Understand. People are connecting the dots. The evidence it's overwhelming. They're trying to get in contact with him to give him the papers about the taxes going into collections. So since they can't find him, they have to start looking for other people who may be associated with him or who may be associated with the school. You got to put your thinking caps on. You got to put your thinking caps on. You got to put your thinking caps on. It's not just Sharon. It's not just the mother, right? I'm talking about there are people who are benefiting from the donations, where Umar's tricking the donation money off on them. And then there's people who are putting stuff in their name to help facilitate this scam. There's other people. And over the next 2 to 3 weeks, in the next months, in 2 months, in the 3 months, in 6 months, it's going to come out of who's behind this. There's more, like Lennon said, there's a lot of people behind this. There's a mess. There's a paper trail of people who are behind this or who are involved in this, and they don't even know they're involved in this. Remember, if he takes donation money and he helps you buy an art gallery, allegedly, you're involved in this. That's basically stolen money. Now, I know what some of you are saying, oh, well, how do you really know that Umar Johnson has anything to do with this? Now, I want you to pay attention to something. Notice whose channel this video is on that I'm about to play. This is on Black News 102. Now, I'm not trying to say Sarnetta has anything to do with this. I'm just simply saying to you, he constantly finds himself, in these webs. Again, I like Sa. I rock with Sa. I like Sarnetta. I don't have no issue with Sarnetta. I'm just saying a lot of the scammers and the schemers just come through this platform. So now I want to play this. It's going to be hard to hear, but he's going to say the address of where the art gallery is. Now understand, let's look at the date. This video is from January 9th, 2018. That means that this video is older than 2 years. 2 years old. I'm about to play the video for you. So we know this is the old video. This is the day when he went on trial, right? For his quote unquote credentials. Okay?
So when was you first notified about this, Dr. Umar? The first time I heard you at 215 Riley.
He says 215 Riley. That is where the art gallery is located at. 215 Riley. He says it. 215 Riley. I'm going to play it back for you again.
They got a house 215. It's an art gallery right on the corner. Oh, yeah. The first time I heard you at 215 Riley. They got a house 215. It's an art gallery right on the corner. Oh, yeah. But 215 Riley. They got a house 215. It's an art gallery right on the corner. Oh, yeah. But Riley. The first time I heard you at 215 Riley. They got a house 215. It's an art gallery right on the corner. Oh, yeah. But
so now I'm going to copy this link. And don't worry, if they try to take this video down, I've already copied the video. If you go to the 14 minute 45 second mark, he says, take me to 215 Riley. And he says it's an art gallery. Okay? So if you don't believe me, you want receipts. But don't worry, guys, it gets better. Because now you're going to see Sharon in the art gallery. It gets so beautiful. This gets beautiful. So he's walking into the place, strong and grand. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for all of your videos exposing these misguided and fraudulent so-called entrepreneurs and leaders in our community. Thank you so much for the donation. I greatly appreciate it because it takes a lot of digging and searching to find this information and people sending you stuff, and some of it's good and some of it's not. Now look at this.
All right. So, you still setting up, Sharon? Well, they good.
Look at this. This is Sharon. He says it. You still setting up, Sharon? You still setting up, Sharon? This is Sharon right here in the back. This is his biracial queen. Or used to be, allegedly. Allegedly. This is her. Let's replay it. He says, you still setting up, Sharon? So don't come on here and tell me I'm guessing. I'm not guessing when I make these videos. I'm telling you, I have emails. I have receipts for days. There is so many people involved in this. Some people who don't even know they're involved in this. They don't even know they're involved in this scam. So don't you dare tell me, Miss Attorney, to stay in my lane. No, you stay in your lane. I know what the hell I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I don't guess. I don't guess, Miss Attorney. I don't slander, Miss Attorney. Let's go back and play it again.
So, you still setting up, Sharon? Well, they good. All right, so you know what, y'all can grab something to eat. What you got back there, tea?
We got coffee,
That's Sharon talking, guys. He said her name. I'm going to play it again for you. Don't worry. He said her name.
Go ahead and grab something, y'all. Get you something. Get you some tea. Coffee. You got back there, tea? So, you still setting up, Sharon? Well, they good. All right, so you know what, y'all can grab something to eat. What you got back there, tea?
We got coffee, iced tea.
Go ahead and grab something, y'all. Get you something. Get you some tea. Coffee.
So, don't tell me, how do I know Umar is affiliated with 215 Riley? Don't tell me how I know. I just showed you that's the spot he went to. He referenced the spot. I even have deeds. And tax records. I'm not playing when I speak. I'm not playing when I speak. But I have to say allegedly for legal purposes. But understand, I want Umar Johnson to sue me so that we can go sit in the court. Because the day that Umar Johnson sues anyone, we would go through that discovery phase, and all of this would come out in the discovery phase, and he would get exposed. He would get exposed to the T. Because he would have to prove that he never took any money out of that account for personal reasons. He would have to show that he's never taken any money. He has to show that he's never taken any money out of that account and spent it on someone else. You cannot take donation money and do what you want with it when you give people a specific purpose. And that purpose was acquisition, it was acquisition, then renovation, right? Or restoration, one of the two. That's what he said. Now, remember the shockumentary? Remember the shockumentary was supposed to come out? Right? Let me go to my notes real quick. Right? At 1338 in this video, he starts talking to the cameraman in there about helping him make the shockumentary. This is 2 years ago.
Move that around.
What?
Move it around. See, look what happens.
Oh, it moves stuff.
It moves the camera. So you can move it over there. Turn it. Yeah, hold
I need you to help me with the documentary, The War Against Black Boys, man.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, hold
I need you to help me with the documentary, The War Against Black Boys, man.
Yeah, he's good. Sir, I'm here at your service. I'm here to serve the peace. I am a historian.
Let me grab that.
My background is engineering. I used to do architectural. Is it recording? Yeah, it's still recording. This is it. Historian.
Let me grab that.
I'm here at your service. I'm here to serve the people over there. Turn it. Yeah, hold
He's gonna help you with the documentary, The War Against Black Boys, man.
Yeah, he's good. Sir, I'm here at your service. I'm here to serve the peace. I am a historian.
Now understand, this is 2 years ago. This man has been receiving donations for a documentary allegedly called the Shockumentary, The War on Black Boys. This video, I'm not coming up here. I'm not guessing. This is January 9th, 2018. And there's 493 of you watching this video. Please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Please like the video. It is free to like the video. It costs you nothing to like the video at all. So just simply hit that like button. Also, as I stated, going forward, I'm going to be covering more important topics for me. I'm not saying this is not important. This is very important. I'm just saying there's enough people covering this now that I don't need to cover it anymore. But what happens is YouTube has made it clear that they only want you talking about drama, entertainment, gossip. You know, they don't want you talking about politics, business, or economics. So what I did is I created a mailing list. So if you never want to miss out on any of my videos, simply click on this link right here. Go and enter in your name, your email address, and your telephone number. And every time I upload a video, I will simply make sure that I text you and I send you an email so you will never miss another one of my videos. Now, we covered this part, right? Now, again, I want to play this because I want you to, many of you have heard this before, but I want you to hear this again because it ties into where I'm about to go next.
I don't think they understand the wear and tear, physically, psychologically, mentally. I love what I do. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love it to help people through oratory. I love it. But I also thought that in doing this, I was making an investment so that when the time came for people to reciprocate, they would. And they have from the larger black community. As I always say, my backbone is not the conscious community. It's the black community.
Look how clean he looked back then. How articulate he was back then. How calm and reserved he was composed back then. Look at the difference in his demeanor back then versus now.
And I really have no criticism for them. They've come through, they've come through. For example, if I look here, Brother Solomon from Palm Bay, Florida, $500 donation. Also, we have the CAAE group out of San Jose, California, $1,000 donation. Sister Itanya out of Boston, $300 donation. We also have Brother Keith out of Maryland, $200 donation. We have Sister Jessica out of Lancaster, Texas, $1,000 donation. Brother Darren out of DC, $200 donation. Anonymous donation of $155. Sister Linda out of Milwaukee, $1,000 donation. Brother Stephen out of Charlotte, $250 donation.
So again, when you hear people trying to say to you that this man has only received $750,000, automatically turn them off. This is him. He's talking about PayPal donations. PayPal plus GoFundMe is more than $750,000. GoFundMe plus PayPal is more than $750,000. Money orders and checks to a P.O. box is more than $750,000. When he purchased the school, it was after he lost his tax exemption status. And he used multiple people, allegedly, to help him purchase the school. People like Sharon and her mother, etc. He took donation money and tricked it off on trips to Japan, allegedly, on trips to Africa, allegedly, on art galleries for people like Shannon, allegedly. This is what he did with your donation money. This is what he did with your donation money. And it's all going to come out in the next coming weeks, next month, next couple of months. Understand, I don't want to make this a black and white thing. But if this was happening to any other demographic of people, they would have been in court yesterday, the trial would have happened today, and Umar would be sitting in jail tomorrow. Which is another reason why I'm deciding to fall back, because Umar supporters are the key. If they get together with their receipts and they get in contact with the FBI and they get in contact with the Attorney General, they can bring a case and they can put the people's feet to the fire. But we need the people who actually donated to light that, to ignite that fire. Lyndon Honor's doing a beautiful job. Make a Change is doing a beautiful job. But we need people to hold him accountable, the donors. You got to get together and make this happen because you gave that man your money. He purposely purchased that school, knowing that he didn't have enough money to renovate that school. You cannot operate a business off of donations. You cannot operate a school off of donations. You cannot operate a school off of donations. And I want to take a step back and I want to say something to you. Look at the men in this quote unquote community. Look at the Hassan Campbells. Look at the Nature Boys. Look at the Polites. Look at the Umar Johnsons. They all have a pattern. It's a pattern here. And you have to ask yourself, why does this keep happening? And the last thing I want to talk about, well, two more things I want to talk about. Make a Change just made a video. Just put a video up. And I want to play a little bit of the video. Because remember, Umar Johnson had people in that building walking around. There's wires. There's a foul smell, allegedly being mold. And he pretended like he didn't know. Well, the brother Make a Change just put up a video. Let's play it a little bit.
Where Umar was giving some people a tour of the school. Do you remember that video where Umar was giving some people a tour of the school? And one of the ladies covered her nose. And he said to her, "Why are you covering your nose?" And she replied, "Because of the smell." If you have not seen that video, here it is.
Yeah, why you holding your nose? Because of what? What does it smell like?
It smells like a building's been shut up.
Moving back. Yeah, why you holding your nose? Because of what? What does it smell like?
It smells like a building's been shut up.
It's interesting that he acted like he did not know the place smell, because here is a video of what appears to be Umar getting a tour of the property by a real estate agent, and look at Umar's face. You also get a better look at the inside conditions of the property.
We saw it, all right? Yeah. Oh. Staff lounge.
Which could be expensive.
Yeah, kind of tight though. What about here? Oh.
And I think here there's just the two classes.
Now, there was one down in that corner though, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Okay, we're gonna go. Okay, no problem. So that was one.
Cafeteria, then there was two classes in here.
Okay. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 so far.
No other capacities.
Okay.
Look at his face. He's making a face that it smells. He's making a face that it smells. So that means he knew that it smelled bad in there, and he did not give a goddamn and still brought people in there. He still knew. He knew it. Didn't care. I'm not going to play the whole video. You need to go to Make a Change channel. I'm going to drop the link in there. You need to watch the whole video. Just want you, I want you to see his face.
Okay.
Let me drop this link in the chat. Guys, this is an embarrassment. Go to the brother Make a Change. He's been doing a phenomenal job. He's going to drop more receipts in the coming weeks. This rabbit hole is so deep. Umar Johnson tricked off that money with different women, with the conscious stripper allegedly, on narcotics allegedly, on women like Sharon allegedly. There are people helping him perpetuate this scam on black people by putting stuff in their name. This keeps going on and on and on and on. And for you Umar supporters out here, you're not playing devil's advocate. Now I want to play this, because what I've noticed about a lot of these people who preach against white supremacy, I've noticed that they're very abusive, and they use a lot of stereotypes when they speak to black people. They talk about your weave. They use names like Shaniqua. They try to say that you're using your kid for a check. That's what they do, right? If a white person said the things that Umar Johnson says about black people, you would call them a racist. But if Umar Johnson says these things, it's okay. See, it's interesting, and I'm going to play this for you, because if a white man got on the stage and spoke to black people or about black people this way, you would call him a racist. But Umar can get up here and he can speak like this, and it's okay. Because, see, this speaks to the psyche of what he thinks about black people. And this also speaks to who is his demographic and his supporters. And so people say, well, why you keep saying poor black people? Because any black person with dignity and respect would never let a person get on stage and speak like this. So let's play it.
Most of the time, I'm not fighting white folks, I'm fighting Negroes. Because you want your son in special ed with that IEP. You want your son in special ed with that IEP, incarceration education program, so you can get that SSI check.
If a white person said that, he said you want your son on an IEP so you can get your SSI check. Think about that. Think about that. He said you want your son to get the IEP so you can get him on that SSI check. If a white person said that, you would be automatically they'll be canceled and they'll be called the racist and the white supremacist. But Umar can get up here and he can speak like this about black people, and you laugh and you say he's telling the truth. So let me get it straight. It's only truth if a black man says it, but if a white man says it, it's not. People got a lot of thinking to do, man.
An education program, so you can get that SSI check. I got too much work to do. When I'm in school fighting for our kids, most of the time I'm not fighting white folks, I'm fighting Negroes. Because you want your son in special ed with that IEP. You want your son in special ed with that IEP, incarceration education program, so you can get that SSI check. That's right.
And listen to the people in the background clapping. Listen to I want you to see this. You got to really think about the Umar supporter. You got to put yourself in their mind. They're clapping. They're cheering that on.
White folks don't mess with me. They see me come on, here he comes. Just let him do what he want to do. You're the ones who be upset. I disagree with you, Dr. Johnson. I really think my son got a reading disability. Really? Let's go to your house and see how many books is in there.
So he's basically saying black people he deal with, their kids don't read. They don't have no books in their house. This is what he thinks of black people. So abusive, just very, very verbally, very, very verbally abusive, man.
You're the ones who be upset. I disagree with you, Dr. Johnson. I really think my son got a reading disability. Really? Let's go to your house and see how many books is in there. How many books in that house? How many books was on your Christmas list? A whole lot of Air Jordans, a whole lot of Wii's, a whole lot of cell phones, a whole lot of tablets.
And he's such an idiot that he doesn't understand that you can read a book on a tablet and you can read a book on the phone. He's so stuck in a stone age. But this is what he thinks of you as the black people. This is what he thinks of his supporters. That all you do is spend your money on weaves and Air Jordans. Now, what does weaves and Air Jordans have to do with a learning disability? Does this sound like a mental health professional? Or does this sound like a man that is singling out stereotypes? Does he sound like a white supremacist? If you put a white man on a stage, if a white man gets on a stage and says that, I guarantee you would be offended and call him a racist. But if Umar says it, it's not okay.
How many books in that house? How many books was on your Christmas list? A whole lot of Air Jordans, a whole lot of Wii's, a whole lot of cell phones, a whole lot of tablets, no books. If I go in your house, Negro parent, and you ain't got a dictionary, thesaurus, and complete set of encyclopedia from A to Z, then you ain't on your job. That's right. That's right, brother. How you talking about your son got reading problems when you ain't even got no reading material? And shame on some of you black fathers who got your son thinking the best thing he can be in life is another Negro athlete. We don't.
Did you hear what he said? Shame on some of you fathers. Yet this is a man. This is a man that doesn't take care of his children. I just want you to think about that. Think about that. He's talking about black fathers. Black fathers is what he's speaking about. That he's in child support court. This just goes to show you just the level of madness that is in our communities, especially amongst, poor people who this type of rhetoric works on. Because any person with a brain would say, you don't need a thesaurus and encyclopedia anymore. You have an iPhone. You have an Android phone. He is projecting white supremacist tropes and talking points on you, but he claims to be fighting white supremacy. See, like I said before, when you sit down and you analyze the things that these people say, it doesn't make any logical sense whatsoever.
Need another Negro football player. We got enough of them. Yes, Lord knows I don't want to see another Charles Barkley as long as I live. Every time he opened up his damn mouth, he ain't got nothing good to say about black folks. Right. Isn't it amazing that 400 years of...
Now think about this. He said every time Charles Barkley opens his mouth, he doesn't have anything good to say about black people. Yet he's sitting up here trashing black people. Just think about how crazy that is. That he's sitting up here trashing black people, but then saying Charles Barkley has nothing good to say about black people. This is madness, man. You have a man that's evicted, living in his car, allegedly, not paying child support. He's not married to any black woman. He's messing with non-melanated women, but claims to say that if you listen to this, he talks about how he likes them dark and large and natural. Right? See, this is all a ploy, man. This is all a game. And I just wish a lot of you could just see the contradictions, man. It just doesn't make sense.
And black children, boys, are still socialized based on their physical abilities. I thought slavery socialized us. I'm different for LeBron James. Look at all these black athletes that's rotting in the Philadelphia jail right now. Their power equal money. And you black men better leave them white girls alone for you end up like Bill. Their power equal money. And you black men better leave them white girls alone for you end up like Bill. I ain't got nothing to...
Yeah, leave them white women alone, Umar. Better leave. Listen, you better leave these non-melanated women alone, Umar. These half-breeds. Leave these biracials alone, man. That's what you're saying. This is the mother right here. This is Sharon's mother. This is a joke, man. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is a joke.
Against the white woman. I respect all human beings. White, purple, orange, don't make a difference to me. But I reserve the right to protect the black woman above and beyond any other female. Because she mine. She mine. She is mine. I had a Negro send me an email last week talking about, listen, brother, I'm with you. But my wife is white. And I married her right out of college, Doc. I didn't have no black consciousness. So what am I supposed to do? I said, how old is your youngest child? He said 12. I said, well, in 5 more years, you can sign your own Emancipation Proclamation.
I mean, how do you take this? How do you take this shit serious, man? How do you sit here and listen to this? Well, he's running around with women like this. How do you take this serious, man? This is crazy, man. This is mad. That's why I said I have to stop covering this. This is going to be because this is madness. He's tricking off on this woman allegedly buying her art galleries. Allegedly, man. But talking about the black woman is his, but he's running around with Sharon allegedly and tricking off and getting her, like he's tricking off with the conscious stripper, but saying he's celibate and she has blonde hair. Come on, this doesn't make sense, man. She has a blonde weave and he's tricking off on her. Come on, man, this doesn't make sense. Come on, man. Running around with this. Come on, man. This is a joke. This is a joke, man.
And if you need them light skin, we got light skin. Mm-hmm. We got French vanilla. We got lemonade. We got pina colada. We got butter almond, butter pecan, caramel, sweet brown sugar. It ain't nothing like some full-figured fudge. Rule number 1, don't let them kids get tested 4th grade or younger. Why do you say that?
I just, this is crazy, man. This is madness, man. This is madness, man. This is madness. Oh, man, this is madness, man. This is madness, man. Let me play that one more time.
We got French vanilla, we got lemonade, we got pina colada. fuzz.
Yo. Oh, man. Ooh, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Guys, there's 521 of you watching this. Please hit the like button. It helps the content rank in the search engines. Please do that. Hit the like button. You know. Oh, wow. I mean, just wow. Let me, you know, I just can't, man. Let's flip this back around. You know, this is just, you know, sometimes, like I said, I'm at a loss for words. And that's why I said this is going to be my last video. The only way I'm going to make another video is when Umar Johnson is sitting in a jail cell or the FDMG school is closed down. But I just feel like there's just so many better things that we as a people could be speaking about on a daily basis when we already have enough people covering Umar Johnson, right? We have E&J, we have Psych Perspective, Monty Woodgrain, Anti-Afro Swengali, Lennon Honor, Make a Change. It's too many people covering it. So I'm going to shift it over to them. As I said, over the coming weeks, next few months, information is going to come out about him tricking the money off on Sharon, on who was behind the FDMG Academy. Why is it named Garvey Marcus? Why is it named Douglas Frederick? I have so many, you know, just receipts. Like you know, just receipt after receipt after receipt. You know, it's just it's laughable at this point, man. You know, and as I said, going forward, I'm going to start doing more content on investing. You know, investing in precious metals. This is what we should be focusing on. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the Umar stuff, but I mean, at a certain point, it's like, it is what it is. So I'm going to be making content about investing in silver bars like this, investing in gold coins. It's an American Eagle, investing in silver coins. We're going to be talking about different cryptocurrency projects like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Atom, Waves, Nulls. It's just, you know, I want to put my time and my effort and my energy into things that I'm passionate about, because I'm starting to get burnt out with, you know, the Hassan Campbells and the Nature Boys and the Polites. It's just like, you know, it's just a never-ending stream of scams and schemes, and you know, it's just like it gets to the point where it's just like it gets really just annoying. And just draining. But YouTube doesn't reward good content. Give me 1 second. Let me copy this link. So this is why I just posted the link in the chat, so that if you want to get all of my notifications, go to my capture page, enter in your name, your email address, and your telephone number. That way you will not miss out on any of my upcoming videos. We're going to be talking about a whole host of just different economic topics, business topics, entrepreneur topics, really trying to put together some, you know, quality content. If you're not interested in that type of stuff, just unsubscribe. It you know, it won't hurt my feelings or anything like that. But it's just Umar Johnson, the walls are closing in on him. He's getting more and more desperate as the days go by, and I mean, he just got evicted. He's living in his car, allegedly. Like, he's becoming so unhinged. He's always just being, you know, disrespectful, and he's cursing people out. And he's getting to the end of his rope. And as I said, for that, you know, attorney, you know, the panel that I came across, I don't guess when I make videos. Umar Johnson's committing mail-in wire fraud. And hopefully his supporters, his donors, they begin to hold him accountable. Because that's the biggest problem is accountability. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. But once you decide to take that leadership role, like I said, Malcolm X was red before he became Malcolm. And he did drugs, pimped women, dated interracially, went to prison, and then he cleaned himself up. And once he cleaned himself up, he left that person behind. Once you become the leader and you say you want to lead black people, like right now today, if it came out and you found out that I was some scammer or some fraud, it wouldn't hurt anyone. No one put their hopes and dreams in me. No one invested money into my ideas, into my schools, into my schemes. No one did it. People have invested millions of dollars into this man. They've put their hopes and dreams into this man. Thank you, great filibuster, for the donation. You know, people put their hopes and their dreams and hoping that their kids were going to go to that school and that he was going to help rehabilitate them and, you know, cure them of their learning disabilities. And, you know, here we are 10 years later and this man is, you know, still traveling around preaching. He's a traveling preacher. So I don't guess. I know it's mail fraud. I know it's wire fraud. I know he's funneling money. He's putting things in other people's name. I know it. Now, I'm not putting these people's pictures up because I want you to go out and attack them. They're innocent, maybe. Or maybe they knowingly know what they're doing. Who knows? That will come out in the coming weeks. Make a Change is on the trail. He's doing a great job. Lennon Honor's doing a great job. You got me investing in the precious metals. Respect. No problem, TD Hip Hop Media. Also, I like your content, TD Hip Hop Media. So, some innocent people are going to probably get hurt in this. Or, you know, Umar Johnson may never go to jail. If the black people, if the black community, the people who are being hurt and victimized and brutalized, if you don't stand up, then no one's ever going to know. So, but I mean, at what point do you say, excuse me, enough's enough? Do you draw the line at the conscious stripper? Do you draw the line at him not taking care of his children? Do you draw the line at him sending people to the mother of his children's business and address? Do you draw the line at him getting evicted? Do you draw the line at him lying about the school in Detroit? Do you draw the line at him going on a Breakfast Club and lying about tax exemption status, but then saying a white attorney sabotaged him? Do you draw the line at a man claiming to be a school psychologist, to have all of these degrees, but he's on here threatening to slap Monty Woodgrain? Tell me, I'm curious. A 45-year-old man getting evicted from his home, at what point do you say enough is enough? At what point? And that, you know, his house is filthy. Do you draw the line there? So, as I've stated, I did the same thing with Nature Boy. Once I seen that it was coming to the end for him, I stopped making videos. And now look, he's stuck back here in Babylon, down in Atlanta, right? Because he ran out of money. Because you can't operate a business off of donations. You can't run a school off of donations. And then look where he picked the school at. Does that look like a scholar? He picked the school in one of the worst neighborhoods. It's an EPA hazard. There's pedophiles and rapists all throughout that neighborhood. The crime rate there is sky high. He claims that it's being gentrified, yet the guy John Kelly rode through there and there's nothing but liquor stores on every corner and abandoned buildings. You know, at some point you have to stop giving this man leadway and say enough's enough. Just enough is enough. And someone goes, okay, then where's your school? You don't need a school. Nation building starts at home. Why would you take your kid? Look at this. Look, dangerous television, right? I'm going to end it like this, right? Let me show you how stupid people like dangerous television is. Most likely, Umar Johnson supporters, they're living in poverty, right? They're living in crime-filled neighborhoods, right? You can tell the demographic of people he's going after, right? Let's assume that. So I'm going to take my kid out of a bad situation here where they can go to public school for free. And I'm going to send them to a man that doesn't take care of his children, is filthy, doesn't wash his hands when he urinates, and send them into a worse neighborhood than where they already live. Think about that. I'm going to take and I'm going to pay money. I'm a taxpayer. They can go to public school for free, but I'm going to take money. Think about this. I'm going to take my money and pay to send my kid into a neighborhood that's just as bad as where we coming from, if not worse. And pay to do that. Do you understand how stupid and backwards that is? Umar Johnson doesn't have a school. He has 3 abandoned buildings. Umar Johnson will never have a school. So if you care about your kids and you care about black boys, take care of your home. Nation building starts at home. Repair your home. That's what you do. So, with that being said, be on the lookout for Make a Change. Be on the lookout for Lend an Honor. Be on the lookout for Anti-Afro-Singali. I'm telling you, this stuff with the Sharon, the mother, a lot of other people who have benefited from these donations. A lot of people are helping them facilitate this scheme down in Wilmington. It's all coming to the light very, very soon. So just be on the lookout for those things. With that being said, subscribe to my mailing list if you're interested in different types of content. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and follow me on my other social media platforms. And let me just shout out everyone who donated one more time so I can see. Damn, it doesn't pop up. I know some other people had donated. TD Hip Hop, thank you for the donation. Great Filibuster, thank you for the donation. I know I seen another one. I missed it earlier. I think the name was Lakai or Lasai. I'm so sorry I didn't get a chance to shout you out, but thank you for the donation as well. So that being said, guys, have a blessed and beautiful night. I will probably see you tomorrow and do a live stream. So have a great night, guys.